am Janine Semino, Executive Vice President and Chief Retail Officer of William Penn Bank. I would ask that now that you have your seats, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Now you can be seated. I'd like to welcome Dan Greco, pastor of Life Tree Church, to the podium for tonight's invocation.
All right. Good evening. I just invite you all to join me in a word of prayer. God of all people, we gather here tonight to reflect on what we, as a community, have accomplished in the past year, on all that we have experienced, on who we are today because of those things, and on who and where we hope to be tomorrow. The world we live in today is not the world we lived in a year ago. Much has changed, and we find ourselves in unfamiliar places. The goal is not and has never been to reclaim what was. Rather, recognizing where we have been and where we are now, our charge is to blaze a path forward, a path that will allow those we call brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, neighbors and friends to flourish and grow. Our collective hope is to work together to foster a community of kindness, peace, and goodness, a community where justice and mercy walk hand in hand, a community where each of us accept our responsibility to all of us. In a time where division is more common than unity, and where hostility too often crowds out grace, help us be different. There is something special about Robbinsville, something unique. Each person in this room tonight contributes to that uniqueness. As we each offer what we have to give, the sum total of our parts far outweigh whatever we are on our own. That is what community is all about. Through highs and lows, times of sorrow and times of celebration, may we be diligent to come together and continually discover that we are genuinely better together. Help us never forget that the foundations we lay today will impact the generations that follow. This evening, we are grateful for the meal we are about to share. We're thankful for those who have worked so hard to prepare it. Thank you for the priceless gift of each other. Amen.
Thank you. William Penn is proud to partner with Robbinsville Township Mayor Dave Freed and the entire Robbinsville community on this year's Pay It Forward event to benefit Kelly Breden and her quest to obtain a service dog to help with her very rare disease. These past 2 years have obviously been very difficult for many people and uncharted territory for us all. Yet, even last year, in the midst of the pandemic, Mayor Freed and his team stepped up and created a safe, virtual event that still raised over $50,000 for our Robbinsville neighbors in need. Thank you to our top sponsors, A.R.H. Associates, Matrix, Robbinsville Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Mason Griffin Pearson, Amazon, William Penn Bank, Penn Medicine, the Sarla Bethana Foundation, Legacy Treatment Services, and CJTMI for your very generous contributions to this year's Pay It Forward initiative. Additional thanks to the Hamilton-Robbinsville Rotary Club, of which Robbinsville is a proud member, along with Recovery Advocates, Live Well Church, Life Tree Church, Central Jersey Urgent Care, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and Olden Pharmacies for the essential services you provided, including masks, sanitize, and COVID testing. To all our amazing local restaurants that helped feed us all, including all of our incredible frontline workers and first responders. Your work over the past 20 months will never be forgotten. This pandemic has also been a catalyst for unprecedented bipartisan cooperation. To that end, Mercer County residents can be proud of the dedicated work our local elected officials have done since March of 2020. From Senator Linda Greenstein and Congressman Chris Smith to legislators Wayne D'Angelo and Dan Benson, Mercer County Executive Brian Hughes, our county commissioners, including some guy named John Samito that I heard was cute, smart, and super charming, so I married him. What are you gonna do? Mercer County Sheriff Jack Kemmler, Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Onofre and his fine team, along with all of the mayors, including Lawrence Fortran of Heightstown, East Windsor's Mayor Janice Mirnoff, and Hamilton's Mayor Jeff Martin, who are here with us tonight. Without all of you working together, we would not have been able to be here in person to celebrate Kelly and her family today. I'd like to introduce Elizabeth Braden, Kelly's very proud mom, to say a few words about why we are all here tonight.
Wow, hi. Thank you. Thank you everyone for coming this evening. Thank you Mayor Freed, Jody, John, all the staff at the office that have been holding my hand through the last few months. Thank you everyone here tonight. It's amazing, the turnout. And thank you to the people that couldn't come tonight too, because there was a lot of donations for people that aren't here. We have a very big group here. Politicians, town council, board of ed, school administrators, parents, neighbors, friends, and a dog. But why are you here tonight? I know why my family is here. We're doing everything we can to keep Kelly moving and independent. My poor husband, he's so supportive. Leaf, thank you. But I think he shudders every time he hears me say, honey, I have an idea. And this time it was, let's get Kelly a service dog. And each of you have probably several reasons why you're here tonight. Re-election, altruism, even a high school assignment. Kelly has several reasons for being here too. Not just to be the very, very lucky recipient of the Pay It Forward campaign this year, but that is the best part. Kelly has a job. Everywhere she goes, she spreads awareness of the needs of the special needs community. She spreads knowledge, so if anybody wants more knowledge on PAX 1, I have little business cards I can share with you. Kelly spreads purity and joy. But tonight she offers an opportunity to everyone here, an opportunity to be more than we are without her, to be more than a politician, a student, a school administrator, a neighbor, a friend. You see, my family and most of the special needs community cannot do it alone. You're here tonight earning a new description, a badge of honor, if you will. From today and forever forward, you can call yourselves a caregiver to a special needs child, a title I am very proud of, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. And now I would like to introduce Josh Drew of Little Angels Service Dogs to speak a little bit about their organization and the benefits of Kelly's dog, about the benefits that Kelly's dog will bring to her life once it completes its training.
Hi everyone. We are so excited as Little Angels Service Dogs to be here. I've got to be honest, this is one of the first times that we as a company have been invited to a gala. This is so cool. We haven't been here. Thank you. We as a company haven't been able to come to an event like this before, so this is something that we are just honored to be here for. Thank you so much to all of you that have made this happen. Thank you on behalf of Little Angels. Thank you on behalf of Kelly and her family. We're honored. Little Angels Service Dogs is, if I do say so myself, an awesome company. And I say that because very much like Kelly's family, this is personal for me. In 2016, I was graduating from college, and I was supposed to spend my life in a marketing office in Boston. My younger brother, he's a couple years younger than me. He has one of the rarest diseases in the world. He's about one of 50 in the world with his disease. And my mom, very much like Kelly's mom, decided that a service dog was the best thing that we could do for him. It turned out that because of the complications of his disease, Little Angels was the only company in the entire country that would help him. And that was just shocking to us. That was crazy, that there were in all 50 states, there was only one company in the country that would help him. My brother needed a combination of a psychiatric and mobility service dog. He has a condition where his brain doesn't make enough dopamine for normal function. So he has awful depression, anxiety, panic attacks. He also has horrible mobility conditions where some days his body just doesn't even work. And because Little Angels, 1, helps children, and 2, helps civilian psychiatric cases, they were able to help my brother. I went through the fundraising process. I helped him get his dog. And when it was time for his dog, when his dog was ready, my mom said, you know what, you better go out there with him. You better go do this. I did, and the executive director at that time begged me to stay, begged me to move out to San Diego. So on a whim, I decided not to go to grad school. I left my marketing job in Boston, and I went to scoop poop in a kennel. And lucky for me, it's worked out. So Little Angels over the years has grown rapidly, and in 2018, the board of directors asked if I would move out from San Diego and open up a second branch because the growth was so big that we weren't able to contain ourselves at our San Diego location. My only caveat is that I would, of course, do that as long as I can move back close to family. And so in 2019, we secured a 35-acre ranch up in Bartlett, New Hampshire. It's about 5 minutes from my house where I grew up as a kid, and now my entire family is able to work for the company and make this whole dream happen. So when I tell you that we are honored to be here, we truly are. We are so excited that we are able to help Kelly. We're so excited that we are able to make this difference for their family. For us, it is personal. This isn't a job. This is something we love doing. We love the fact that our dogs, just like Nellie here, our dogs are going to be able to change their lives. Our dogs are going to be able to do something for Kelly that nothing else would do. A wheelchair, a walker, a cane would never provide the same service that Kelly's dog is going to provide. And without all of you guys here to support her, that would never happen. Our cost as a company is $55,000 per dog. It is a massive expense, and we're trying the best we can to lower that, but that's just how much work goes into it. It's a 2-year process for us to train these dogs, and that's for the ones that make it. A lot of our dogs don't even make it through. So all of the support, everything you're doing, this gala, the past galas, all the money raised to help Kelly, we truly thank you, because without you guys, this may not happen. So thank you, and we brought Nellie here for a reason tonight. She's our demo dog, she's our community dog, she helps us in schools and colleges and retirement homes. Anyone throughout the night that wants to come meet Nellie, you are more than welcome to come up, pet her, play with her, whatever you'd like to do, that's why we brought her. So thank you, everyone. Let's go.
Please enjoy your dinner, which includes salad with lettuce grown from Robbinsville's one-of-a-kind hydroponic farm. Mayor Freed will be with you shortly. Enjoy.
Guys hear me? Yeah. All right. Well, welcome back, everyone.
All right.
Can't believe to tell you how great it is to have everyone gathered here again. I was really kind of surprised whether or not this was going to happen. I've been nervous. I was wondering whether people would come. So I just can't tell you how happy I am that we were able to do this. I'm so pleased that you all came to join us tonight. I'm truly grateful, and thank you. It is my distinct pleasure to pay it forward to a very special lady, Kelly Breden, and her quest to obtain a service dog. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone here at John Henry's, Stone Terrace, as we pay it forward for the 7th time today. This is our first major event since the world was derailed by COVID in March of 2020, and has been a very long time coming. It required a lot of hard work by many people, including all of you. We did our best, time after time, to try and flatten the curve. And first and foremost, I want to thank every healthcare worker and first responder, both here tonight and within earshot of my voice. Your dedication, compassion to humanity during this crisis will never be forgotten. I'd also be remiss not to thank our township staff. And I know it sounds like a broken record, but after the past 2 years, I am more convinced than ever that I can put them in any organization and it would run flawlessly. Their work during the pandemic has been next level, and it's led by our business administrator, Joy Tazi. She just gets things done. Many of you may not know this, but Joy actually started as my first assistant. She worked in almost every position in our building and is now, in my opinion, one of the best administrators in the business. I couldn't be more grateful to this team, and truly, it all starts by creating a team and hiring great people. If I have any skill whatsoever, it's attracting and just hiring and having around me just truly wonderful, great people, and for that, I am incredibly grateful. What also makes Robbinsville so special is the relationship that we have with our residents. They trust our judgment. They allow us to take chances other towns may be unwilling to take. We learned once again during COVID that leadership is when something is not your responsibility, but you make it your responsibility anyway. And to that end, I want to thank our Township Council. First, our President, Mike Cipriano, our Vice President, Vince Calcagno, Councilwomen, Debbie Blakely and Chris Siacchio, and of course, our sixth favorite councilman, Mr. Ron Witt. Thank you for all your support, keeping our government functioning at a high level these past 20 months. I would also like to pay a special tribute to the newest member of the New Jersey Elected Officials Hall of Fame, Mr. Calcagno, who is retiring from public service at the end of the year. He deserves it. Vince has been a major advocate for our seniors, a mentor among his peers, and a good voice for this community. Vince has been a cornerstone for just about everything good we've been able to accomplish these past 20 years. And rest assured, we will be honoring Vince with a very special day of his own in the very near future. And while we are on the subject of councilmen, we have a very special guest here tonight, direct from Washington, D.C., former Robbinsville Councilman Dan Schubert and his lovely wife, Natalie. Many of you know Dan for being everywhere and doing literally anything and everything for anyone who ever asked during his 5 years as council. In fact, the first time I ever invited Dan to this event, I possibly may have told him it was formal. I might have convinced him to wear a tux. And truly has one of the greatest senses of humor and has been a pleasure. We miss him terribly. But I'd like to please welcome Dan to the stage to receive a long overdue recognition from the township for his contributions. It's Robbinsville's highest honor, the key to our city. Dan Schubert, come on up.
Dan, that key works to 1/8 in court.
It is well deserved. Changing how we deliver our State of the Township address has been one of the best decisions we have ever made. But I could not have done it without our team, our sponsors, our beneficiaries, and all of you. We took something we had to do by law and turned it into something we look forward to each and every year. After the final totals this year, we will have raised $400,000 for worthy causes and individuals since 2015. And although she couldn't be here tonight, I'd also like to thank my wife, Kit, along with my children, Brett and Ashley, both who are now forging their own way at college. It was Parents' Weekend this weekend. I actually flew in myself today. So I know they would have liked to have been here with you today. I'd like to, she's the mayor of our house, right? I get to run the town. She is the ruler of the roost. I'd like to make a special thank you to Superintendent Brian Betts and the Robbinsville School District. Along with all the teachers and Board of Education, including President Vito Galluccio, who's here with us tonight. We've had to make some very difficult decisions over these past months to help get the school community through this crisis. I'd also like a big round of applause for our brilliant MC, Janine Semino. And I've been told a rumor that she may be opening a new branch at Nottingham Point. I may have to talk to the mayor of Hamilton about annexing if we can move a little closer. I also know that Janine touched on them earlier, but I would like to thank William Penn Bank and our other sponsors, A.R.H. Associates, Matrix, Robbinsville, Jeep Chrysler, Mason, Griffin, and Pearson, and of course, my friend and one of the helpers in our very first State of the Township, Roy Lightstein from Legacy Treatment. The pandemic did make one thing very clear. It cemented our idea to use the money raised at this very special event to help our neighbors in need, and there are many. In addition to the money we have raised, we are also very proud to have handed out 500 magnets as our part of We Love Ourville Neighbors campaign. And these are magnets that we give out to people who we have caught doing something right or helping someone in need without knowing so. It's a letter that we send and also a magnet that we send. And it was interesting because I was away in North Carolina for Parents' Weekend, and I actually saw one of the magnets on the back of the cars in North Carolina, so I was excited to see that. The funds raised this year will go directly to purchase and care of a service dog for Kelly to help with her increased mobility needs as she continues to battle an extremely rare disease called PAX1. Kelly is an inspiration to everyone she meets. She is the very personification of courage, perseverance, and determination. I just want you to know how proud we are of you and what an honor it is to be here celebrating you this evening. I'd also like a special thank you to Darlene and Josh Drew of Little Angels and their team who have dedicated their lives to acquiring, training, and assigning service dogs to help those suffering from a wide range of mental and physical challenges. Darlene and Josh, will you please stand and be recognized? They're here. Now on to a little township business, and of course everyone's favorite subject, taxes. I'm really proud to say that we have been able to cut or keep municipal taxes stable for almost a decade in an ongoing pandemic. I am very confident that this has never been done in the history of New Jersey. We now have one of the most stable rates in all of New Jersey, and it was not long ago when we were the most unstable. We continue to invest in our infrastructure and are conducting a redevelopment study of Route 130 from North Gold to Gordon Road. We will also welcome Planet Fitness to join Dollar Tree at the former Marazzo site, bringing Foxmore Shopping Center closer to full capacity. We are going to break ground on a new police station and court in 2022 as part of a historic 50-year shared service agreement with our neighboring Hightstown. Many people talk about shared services, but we're actually doing it. This is a very big deal, and we're very proud of it. I'd like to thank Hightstown Mayor Catrone and his Borough Council for their partnership and their friendship over the years, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our police and court personnel deserve nothing but the best. In addition, as of June, Robbinsville's net debt had decreased by 21% over the past 5 years. We have leased over 10 million square feet of warehouse space, employing tens of thousands of people. In collaboration with community development, our rec department has been on fire this past year. It has completed the all abilities accessible playground, a second volleyball court is under construction, and we worked with the Girl Scouts to build a wonderful little butterfly garden at Myrie Run. Working with landscape architect and with the input of residents such as Janelle Mikuleski, we are revitalizing these 158 acres with a natural motif. None of this would be possible without all of our department heads. And if you would, just give them a round of applause, and maybe some of you would stand and be recognized. Over the many years of this address, the 4 tenets of Robbinsville have not changed. 1, we make tough decisions, even when those decisions may not be the most popular. 2, we never stop trying to bring in new ratables and increasing our residents' home values. 3, provide exceptional services, and I think the services we provide are second to none in all of Mercer County. And the 4th, and most important tenet, is public safety. In order to achieve the best possible outcomes in public safety, you need the best possible people. You don't get there by defunding, you get there by investing. If you had a bad doctor, or a terrible teacher, you wouldn't defund the entire hospital or the school. We have one of the safest communities in all of New Jersey because we make investments such as the indoor police training facility that focuses on shoot, don't shoot techniques. All this is a credit to our police department, and I would hope that they would stand and please be recognized tonight. I firmly believe our planning in the very early stages of the crisis contributed to the relatively slow rise in local cases, including securing and distributing more than 20,000 protective masks. First, for our seniors, and then from anyone from any town who wanted one. We acted quickly to create a remote working lifestyle, and while our doors may have been physically locked, we never stopped serving the public. We worked split shifts, we socially distanced, we provided drop-off bins for documents and payments. We kept local government working. There are a bunch of people I'd like to thank for that, but I would like to single out Chris Rupp and his public works team, which had to work through their own. Thank you. I continue to appreciate all of the emails, comments, and texts of support, and so does our staff. The reassurance that we are all in this together has helped us lead. I speak to several residents every day, and I now know we are getting there. Our businesses are bouncing back. Our home values here in Robbinsville are still on the rise. I am very proud of our community for the increasing random acts of kindness I've seen both in our neighborhoods and even on social media. I'd like to give a big shout out to Jody Mara and our Meals on Wheels team, along with our local food establishments. They have gone above and beyond throughout this ordeal. I'd like to thank all the nonprofits, urgent care centers, and pharmacies which stepped up for every need imaginable. Robbinsville has grown to over 15,000 residents since the last census in 2010, and we continue to be successful because we put ourselves out there. We are willing to fail in order to succeed. As a leader, you have to be willing to go all in, even when it may be unpopular, even when it's a huge risk. If you believe deep down what you are doing is right, then it's what you do. We knew we might get criticized for the police training facility, but we pressed forward anyway. We went all in because we knew that doing our part to help solve the problem of tragic outcomes before they happen was important. In Robbinsville, we lean in with our actions and also with our messaging. The population increase and 24% rise in home values from 2017 to 2021 shows people of all backgrounds want to move into our community. As of the 2020 census, in addition to those rising property values, Robbinsville is also one of the most culturally diverse in all of Mercer County. For almost every family, a home is one of the largest investments they will ever make. So we are proud to help protect that investment each and every day. Almost 6 years after its implementation, the C.A.R.E opioid addiction program is working because sending people to treatment has been found to be 5 times less costly than sending them to prison, and almost no one comes out of prison better off. One of the key pieces of the ongoing success of C.A.R.E has been the tremendous leadership of our chief, Chris Nitti. Our chief is also retiring at the end of this year, and it has given me a great deal of joy to watch his 28-year evolution into a true leader of men. Chris, I will miss you, Robbinsville will miss you, and we thank you for your service to the town. Would you please stand and be recognized? Along with the exceptional work by West Windsor Health Officer Jill Swanson, one of our unsung members of our COVID response team is Robbinsville Police Lieutenant Mike Pulaski, who pulls double duty as our Office Emergency Management Coordinator. Mike's coolness under pressure and firm guidance helped us weave our way through the pandemic, and we could not be more thankful for his contribution. Mike, we thank you for everything you've done. I'd like you to please come up and accept a small token from our appreciation. Before she runs away, and while she's up here helping us recognize others, I would like to thank Jody Stevens for her considerable Pay It Forward fundraising efforts and for the hundreds of other things she does every week to make sure our events run smoothly. Big or small, she's always there for us. Thank you, Jody. As promised, we've also completed construction of the new sewer system at Newtown Village. The upgrade of the water system is beginning, and rebuilding the roads will be the final piece of that puzzle. We are getting there. The park is now better cared for than ever. I want to thank the residents for their patience and understanding while we work to improve the quality of life. I'd also like to thank our zoning officer, Dan Rafferty, for spearheading that effort in our behalf. I'd also like to recognize Fire Chief Dan Schaffner, who continues to secure grants. Recently, with the help of Congressman Chris Smith, the chief was awarded the $1.3 million SAFER grant to hire 4 new firefighters. Additionally, our fire department were on the front lines during COVID. They've always been willing to help our neighbors with incident response. They do everything from toys to tots collection to collecting for humanitarian supplies for those in need. So Chief, would you and your men please stand and be recognized? This past year has been interesting for me. You know, we worked together with our mayors in a way that has never really happened before. And I will tell you, the Mercer County mayors went above and beyond during this pandemic, sharing information, getting on the phone each and every week, working together, and I would like to thank all of them. I'd also like to thank the county executive, Brian Hughes, along with our commissioners who are here, Nina Melkar, probably needs no introduction, John Semino, for your friendship and partnership and for helping all of us through this pandemic. I would be remiss not to single out Hamilton Mayor Jeff Martin and East Windsor Mayor Janice Mirnoff. We worked together just about every week, and without their friendship and counsel, these last 2 years would have been significantly more difficult, and I really do appreciate both of them. I think they were here tonight, so thank you both for your support. I'd like to recognize Senator Linda Greenstein and Assemblyman Wayne D'Angelo, who I think are also here up front this evening. Guys, give them a wave. These two have done a tremendous amount of work for Robbinsville. I appreciate everything that you guys have done, not only for us, but also across the state. Legislator is not as cool as mayor, but you know, we'll let you guys know. On behalf of the Bredens, I want you to know how much I really appreciate the support this year. This is a very special family and an awesome kid who deserves everything good this world has to offer. If you would still like to contribute this great effort, donation information is still on our website. To the community, your generosity these past 7 years has been one of the most humbling experiences of my life. Having you all here again tonight means the world to all of us in Robbinsville and only reinforces the deep pride and appreciation I feel to be your mayor. In closing, I'd like to give a warm hand to Josh and Nellie from Little Angels who will be walking around. Please stop by and say hello. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and remember, please be kind to one another. God bless you all, and good night.